Welcome to Foulkeways at Gwynedd. This outstanding nonprofit continuing care retirement community in Lower Gwynedd Township received the 2025 Charles J. Tornetta Planning Advocate Award for sustainable planning, environmental stewardship, and community engagement. Let's take a look.
There are a lot of communities like Foulkeways in the Philadelphia area now, but the model was invented here. This was the first community of this type built on the entire East Coast. Over the last 57 plus years, we've grown to include 130 acres. We have about 450 residents, and we provide all manner of services from independent living in our apartments through personal care and skilled nursing care. We have a pharmacy on site. Physicians hold office hours, so we're quite a little village of our own here.
And I understand the importance of community, the importance of participation, and having all levels of governance understand what's happening. That really works well here. The residents who choose to live here have a strong environmental ethic, and the cooperation with the administration, with the staff, and with the board of directors works very well. It's almost organic in how those groups work together.
The thought leadership on specific topics often comes directly from residents. And then depending on the nature of the topic, it either gets implemented primarily by staff or primarily by residents or in a combination of both. So for example, there's been big interest in solar panels here on campus. That sort of project really needs to be pursued by staff because it involves engaging contractors and forging relationships with third-party investors and so forth. But composting, another idea that came from residents, has been almost entirely implemented by residents.
The Environmental Stewardship Committee got started in 2017. There wasn't at the time a committee that was addressing environmental issues, and we got permission to form this committee. A group of us were interested in seeing what we could do on campus to take care of the earth.
So the Environmental Stewardship Committee, when I came along as chair, already had two very effective working groups. Campus Ecology, which is Edie Parnham's area, and Personal Practices, run by Paula Sell, who can't be with us today. I'll speak more about the personal practices, and that has, the two major initiatives there have been plastics reduction, and our dining services is very receptive. They, during COVID, went to reusable, recyclable containers that can be used multiple times. They're green. We bring them back after we rinse them. They clean them. But the big success this year is we have gotten them to get rid of styrofoam almost completely, and they have substituted these compostable containers.
Native plants are a focus of one of the subcommittees of environmental stewardship, and we have emphasized native plants because these were the plants that were here before the white settlers came and altered the natural system. So we have planted native trees, shrubs, and ground covers, and this is a project that will include, because it's native plants, the rest of the web of life. There are projects that we have that are show and tell kind of projects. For instance, we just recently had a native plant garden tour. So our residents got to see and be inspired by these native plants.
So for the last few years, we've started a reforestation program where we've gone in and removed all the invasive plants in an area through mechanical and chemical treatments. Then we come in and we remove any of the dead standing trees, leaving a few for habitat for wildlife. Lastly, we'd like to introduce native trees and understory plants and hydroseed and native wildflower and native grass mix. This program has been really successful in improving not only the aesthetics of the community, as well as improving the environmental impact that we have on neighboring communities. This program has gotten a lot of support by the residents here, and it's something that we're looking to expand in future years.
So one of the initiatives of Foulkeways is energy management, which includes reduction of use as well as EV cars and the expansion of solar. So our goal over the next 5 to 10 years is to generate more than half of our power through solar. So today we are adding solar to some cottages as well as on our skilled center, and then next year we'll be adding it on our personal care and then continue to expand throughout the community. So one of the things we get out of doing our energy conservation as well as environmental friendly practices is marketing. Everybody wants to live in a community where we give back to the environment.
So I'm also noticing increased wildlife in the community through our native area and NOMO creation. We've seen healthy populations of bee colonies in our community through this program as well as reduced fuel usage and labor costs by increasing the areas that we only mow a couple of times a year instead of weekly.
Well, one of the things that we've worked on with the Environmental Committee is reaching out to other communities like ours. There's a plan to do a conference, and the first step of that was to identify other communities such as ours, to find out their interest in expanding their environmental practices.
And I might add that in Lower Gwynedd Township, as we work on different priorities with them, the supervisors there became aware of some of our programs, the reforestation project and others, and asked if we would be willing to be a mentor or an example site for other large landowners in the township, and of course we're happy to do so.
Thank you for taking a look at this outstanding planning advocate. To learn more about this or other Montgomery Award winners, please visit our website at montgomerycountypa.gov/planning.